Preventing pain, fear, and suffering of animals through nationwide education and awareness from all across the globe, this is Animal Radio.
And does it feel like a year-end show, sort of a best-of show? Because it is.
Gosh, this year went by quick.
I know, because they've installed the old flashback harp right here in the studio. And you have certainly worked very hard putting together a flashback show. These are all the great things from the past year. I don't understand why we even have to be here today. We should be off like everyone else.
Well, we're always working.
The one thing that I really noticed this last year was the proliferation of a lot of people that really just love their pets. Sometimes they're cats, sometimes they're dog, and sometimes they're bison.
We did a show not too long ago about a strange house guest, which was a horse, but I thought this one topped that by a mile.
And we have guardian Jim Sondner on the phone, who, it's a bison lives with you. What are you, crazy? There's a buffalo in your house, Jim.
Well, that's not uncommon, no. I mean, not in our household anyways.
I got to ask how this happened, that suddenly you have... How much does it weigh?
Oh, he weighs a little bit over 1,800 pounds at the moment.
An 1,800-pound buffalo. What's his name?
His name is Bailey the Buffalo.
Well, what is he doing in your house? How did he get there?
He's doing pretty well anything he wants to.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's kind of tough to persuade. You got to see him when he gets the channel changer. Now, can you imagine trying to get a channel changer away from an 1,800-pound buffalo when he's watching TV?
Well, you know, I just let him watch anything he wants.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I imagine so. Okay, so I understand this happened over something with the German Shepherd that lives outside, now is inside. Well, I'm so confused.
A story that goes back to my wife has a German Shepherd female dog here. She's pretty much attached to my wife. So one day I mentioned I was maybe wanting to have a German Shepherd of my own. And she said, well, it's going to upset the little girl, so the female dog. So, well, okay, fine, I'll grant you your wish. And now that I've granted your wish, I guess you owe me one, and this is mine.
To have this, okay. Well, sir, where does Bailey sleep?
Generally, he sleeps out in the yard under the front tree where you can look in the picture window.
Oh, okay. How big is Bailey? When he first came in the house, how big was he? I mean, I understand 1,800 pounds, but to get the idea, I mean, wasn't there china knocked over? Weren't you a little bit worried about the house being wrecked?
You know, buffalo are such a hard animal to train and work with. They're very agile and very fast, even though they don't look that way. But they're very hard to train. And when he was about 9 months old, he was probably 40 inches at the shoulder. I put a rope on him and brought him in the house. And at that time, I was scared he was going to jump out the picture window.
Yeah.
Now he's 6 feet tall and 1,800 pounds, and I'm still scared he's going to jump out the window. So it's been amazing.
Now, does he have meals with you?
Yes, we do. Occasionally when we're, especially when we got company, he'll come in and we got a black rubber oats pail that we set on the table for him. And he eats the oats and I eat my Cheerios, and when he's done his oats, he wants to stick his nose in my Cheerios even though he doesn't like them.
Just like any family member, right?
He's just like one of the kids, yes.
But he's quite the celebrity, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's in the last couple of years here, he hit the media. For example, Reuters News Agency put him on the wire around the world, and we have a stack 3 feet high of newspapers from Borneo, Malaysia, all the different countries in the world.
I bet.
And he's been on TV down in the States a fair amount. We've done some Steven Spielberg stuff, and Walt Disney, I guess.
And he's been neutered, I understand.
Yes. Yeah. When he was a year and a half old, we decided that because I had gotten him to be of a pretty good nature, that we would probably take him into schools and do educational sessions in the schools with him. So consequently, I didn't want him to get any hormones kicking in while he's in the classroom.
Yeah, the last thing you want is an unneutered or unspayed, well, I guess it would be only neutered, unneutered bison or buffalo really inside your house or any building whatsoever.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's been in some 3-star hotels too, huh?
Oh yes, he has his birthday party every year in a 5-star hotel here. It's got the doorman, the chauffeurs, and, you know, the whole thing. And his last birthday party we had there, we took him in and had 5 TV cameras there, and we checked in at the desk, and then we took him up the elevator to the 3rd floor. And we had something like over 400 people at his birthday party.
Did he have to go in the freight elevator?
Yes, I'm afraid we had to. It's a little too long to fit in yet.
And he doesn't mind riding in an elevator?
No. This guy's one cool dude. He's the only buffalo in the world that's got that attitude.
Yeah, he sounds very laid back.
Wow.
Yeah, well, tell us about Christmas. Christmas dinner, I guess?
Yeah, he does come in every Christmas when we have Christmas dinner, and I give him a stuffed buffalo for Christmas every year. Fortunately, I can give him the same one year after year, and he doesn't remember. I'm trying to train my wife.
You're re-gifting? Okay, when he sits down for dinner, it's mashed potatoes, maybe some vegetables. What else?
No, he won't participate in human food.
Oh, okay.
There's only three foods that he actually likes. It's grass.
Grass, okay.
Yellow flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And oats.
And oats. Well, that's a good diet that should keep you regular and healthy, is what I'm thinking.
Enough fiber to keep things going.
Does he, speaking of being regular,
Is he house trained?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to tell people he's house trained, and my wife gets upset when I tell him that, yeah, I got him trained. He poops in the carpet in the same spot every time. My wife doesn't think that's funny.
We're talking to Jim Sautner, who has a buffalo living inside his house. Bailey the buffalo, an 1,800-pound buffalo, which we encourage that kind of... I'm not going to say try this at home.
No, actually, that is... they are a very dangerous animal. We like to warn people that not to take them as pets. It takes a very dedicated training program to get them to this point, and they're still even dangerous. You got to remember that the only way they got to talk is with their horns.
Yeah. So if you disagree in any way...
If they disagree, you probably got a hole in your shirt.
Yeah, I'm thinking. So, Jim, we appreciate you spending time with us today on Animal Radio. You have a website where we can learn more and actually see pictures of Bailey. I believe there's a standoff over the remote control on the front page. What is that website? Yes, the website for Bailey is www.baileythebuffalo.com. Very good. And remember everything you've heard today on Animal Radio, whether you believe it or not. More information at animalradio.com. Jim, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for calling, folks. What do you think of that?
Well, I'll let you have a buffalo instead of a monkey.
Never did get that monkey there.
Well, I was going to say maybe in 2007, but don't hold your breath.
It's the year-end Best of Animal Radio show with Hal and Judy, brought to you by PetStyle. PetStyle.com, America's first lifestyle broadband network dedicated to dog and cat lovers. From premium video content to fun videos you can post, PetStyle is designed with your lifestyle in mind. To log on and tune in today, PetStyle.com. Now, coming up next, what you do best is booking the celebrities.
Woohoo!
And we're going to check in with one next, right here.
Oh, looks like you caught me peeking in your bathroom closet. Hi, I'm Be Humane, star of Be Humane Goes Shopping. Perhaps you've heard of me. You've got a lot of stuff that was tested on animals. Shampoo, cleaner, mascara. Did you know that some of these companies still test their products on animals? Throw this stuff out. You see, you have a choice when buying your household and cosmetic products. You can make a difference for animals by only buying cruelty-free products. What? How do you know these products are cruelty-free? Request a free compassionate shopping guide from AAVS. To know which companies are cruelty-free, just call 1-800-SAY-AAVS or visit www.aavs.org and look for my movie, Be Humane Goes Shopping. Don't forget, 1-800-SAY-AAVS or visit www.aavs.org.
How would you like to cut your mortgage payment by over 50%? Then pay close attention, because the new Secure Advantage loan only from Quicken Loans could cut your payment in half. With a new Secure Advantage loan, you get the advantage of choosing an incredibly low payment month after month, plus the security of knowing your low rate is fixed for years. But these low rates may not last, so call 1-800-314-1033. Join other Animal Radio listeners who are putting thousands of dollars back in their pockets. Call 1-800-314-1033. If a 50% lower payment and the security of a fixed rate sounds good to you, call Quicken Loans, 1-800-314-1033. Call now, 1-800-314-1033. Quicken Loans is an equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. Call right now, 1-800-314-1033.
As the director of a busy rescue shelter, I'm constantly house training, and as any pet guardian will tell you, house training can be frustrating and confusing for both you and your pup, and learned bad habits like using newspaper is hard to break. We use Out Deluxe training pads because their scent attracts dogs. Here's 2 tips from somebody that knows. Speed up the house training process through consistency and Out Deluxe training pads. There's no easier or cleaner way to train your pup. Find Out Deluxe training pads at major discount and grocery stores nationwide.
You probably have no idea what it's like to be a hot, hairy dog with itchy skin. Oh, thank dog there's relief. Pet Solution RX, I'll always be loyal to you.
Instant relief for sensitive skin problems, hot spots, mange, insect bites, and more. 100% natural Pet Solution RX at earthsbalance.com.
Visit earthsbalance.com for my sake. Whoa.
Another fine product from the makers of Doggone It and Gee Whiz.
Scoop Free is the first litter box you can leave alone for weeks at a time with no scooping, cleaning, or refilling.
Scoop Free is a revolution in automatic litter boxes. Its disposable throwaway trays are filled with fresh step crystal litter that provide unbeatable odor control and are so convenient. After about 30 days per cat, just replace a disposable litter tray and that's it.
Just load it, leave it, and love it. Available at select pet stores and at scoopfree.com. Preventing pain, fear, and suffering of animals through nationwide education and awareness from all across the globe. This is Animal Radio.
Animal Radio is brought to you by Out Deluxe Training Pads. Traditional newspaper training is old news. Out Deluxe Training Pads are 10 times more absorbent, scientifically treated to attract pets and control odors. Available nationwide at major discount and grocery stores.
And we're looking back. It's our year-end Best of Animal Radio special. And it's a good thing because you can tell I'm losing my voice today. One thing you do really, really well, Judy, is you have booked an amazing amount of wonderful celebrities. And let's take a look back at one of my faves.
Thank you.
Is Clive Pierce on line 1, I believe?
He is.
Clive!
Hello, how are you?
Oh, wow, great now.
Oh.
Clive Pierce joining us from HDTV and Design to Sell, as well as Design Star, and wow, just a lot of other things going on that no one ever knew, but they're going to know about in just a couple of minutes here.
Uh-oh.
First of all, the ladies here in the office, you know,
yes.
you can have, we've had millions of celebrities on this week, but the one they all get excited about is Clive Pierce.
What an excellent start to an interview.
You know what?
I've always liked the ladies in the office.
I'm thinking of just changing my accent myself. I'm working late at night in the showers, working on that English accent.
Well, the scary thing is I've been in this country for 10 years. How long can I keep it up? It's going to disappear one of these days. So far, so good.
Yes, you don't want to lose it. You got to go back every once in a while just to pick it back up.
Yes, a little bit of a refresh.
Yes.
Well, I see you're working with, and I'll let you explain it because I'm not sure of all the details, but on a program that, I don't know if we'll see it soon on TV maybe, but it's called Rags to Riches, A Dog's Life. What is this about?
Well, actually, the title is now even more valuable, exciting, and thrilling. It's called Out of Control.
Oh, wow.
Because that's really what the project was about. My friends at Schnuffy.com, which I think you should practice saying.
Schnuffy.
3, 1, 2, 3. Schnuffy.
.com. I got the .com perfect.
Yes, you were perfect on the last bit. Schnuffy.com, a wonderful collection of very dear friends of mine and amazing people, all of them volunteers at the Burbank Animal Shelter here in California, doing just the most incredible thing on their own dime, on their own back, dashing off to Romania and really making a difference over there. There are very few of us, I think, who know a lot about Romania, right?
No, I certainly don't.
What do we think of? Dracula?
Yes.
Bad wine. Oops. Women gymnastics, I think, is another one that's
definitely
sprang to mind. But basically, there has been and still is such a terrible problem with stray dogs over in Romania.
Wow.
And this amazing group of people volunteered to go over with spay and neuter programs, and primarily to make this documentary about so much that is wrong that is going on over there. It's a very small, a very poor country, so they really wanted to go over there and experience firsthand what it's all about. And the good news is they're back. They've shot the entire documentary on high definition. It's being put together right now, and I'm hoping it's going to end up being seen in a very big way, because it needs to be.
13 puppies come home too?
Yes, they're now California implants like me.
And
my bark is worse than my bite, but they're doing very well. And I mean, that's a small but amazing achievement. And I think change in an instant doesn't always work. I mean, sometimes change takes a lifetime. But I think it's really highlighting what has been going on and what they're doing.
Can I say
now, come on, say it properly, Judy.
Schnuffy. Has Schnuffy Productions done a lot of work with animals and dogs in the past?
Well, Ava Sipel, who is behind Schnuffy, who's been an absolute pioneer at the Burbank Animal Shelter, yes, has been working with animal welfare for such a long time. We go back a long time, and I've always, whenever I've been able to, help out at the Burbank Animal Shelter fundraisers. So this was a natural yes, that I would do anything I can to publicize it or get involved. People talk about helping in their own backyard, which is very important, but to really travel the distance, and when you all, as I'm sure you will, see some of the footage that this group have taken, it's shocking, but it's shocking in a way that's going to make a difference. And one of their wonderful slogans is changing the world one dog at a time, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Is Schnuffy the name of a dog?
Probably, not yet.
I see in the logo for Schnuffy there's a paw print.
So, a what?
A paw print.
Oh, I thought it was a make of dog. I thought it was a pofferant. I thought you said, but it's a paw print. Yeah, I believe it must have been a dog, and I clocked the name some time ago. I think one of my next doggies will be a Schnuffy. Schnuffy.
What kind of animals do you have, or do you? Because I know you're traveling all the time, you're working all the time, and I know a lot of celebs don't have the opportunity to have animals, but some actually, in fact, we spoke to Adrian Zmed a little earlier,
right,
who said the dog was actually on set with him where he was filming.
Yes.
Well, I have a small white creature that's very strange called Delia. I saw her on TV. The very first pet that I've ever had, and I flicked over probably from HGTV to some other channel, and there was this creature looking at me, and the rest is history. She's a Chihuahua Dachshund. My mother thinks she's like a fruit bat as well. She'd look great hanging upside down in a tree, but wouldn't we all?
Yeah, really.
And she's very cute. There's always a dog that's on its way somewhere else, I think, that's hanging out at my place. So I think one of the great things I think about fostering or helping out with doggy adoptions is, I think sometimes we can all say yes, we'll foster a dog for a short time and then we'll find a home. I think if more of us did that.
Now, did you grow up with pets?
Funnily enough, not really. I discovered the joy of animals late in life, and certainly only in America. I had 5 goldfish in the 80s. And they were all called Clive. It seemed the simplest thing to do.
Yes, sure.
So that's as far as I went. But I'm now all about the dogs, all about the animals. I get involved, as I mentioned, with Burbank, with Schnuffy, with Linda Blair, who I know you had on your show as well.
Yes, she's been on several times.
Yeah, so anything I can ever do, I always will.
Now, the English, do they love their animals differently? Do you find Americans are more crazy about their animals?
I've seen more extreme behavior. I was in a shopping mall the other day, and a lady was buying yet another costume for her dog, and her son was sort of embarrassed and red-faced and looking up to heaven like, please, no, we have so many of these. So I don't think we get quite so many costume doggies in England, but anybody that loves a dog is my friend.
Well, we just did a live broadcast last week from the Super Zoo in Las Vegas, and one of the things we noticed this year is a lot of clothing. People are really dressing up their animals, even matching clothing.
Yes, matching outfits.
What do you think about that? My dog would refuse to wear anything like that. She's naked and proud.
You'd think a Chihuahua was one of those little Chihuahuas that would love to get into a...
Well, she's a bit Chihuahua/mutt. That's where the fruit bat comes in. But but I don't know. There are some dogs I think that like it, and I don't know. Mine wouldn't, and I think some of them find it irritating.
Yeah, I think they probably love to be taken care of, mom taking care of them, but I don't know if I would want to be dressed up like a doll.
Not only was it...
Well, there's a challenge, Judy.
Yes, there you go.
There's something for Halloween.
Yes, there we go. Well, not only is it the clothing, but you saw a lot of the dogs wearing shoes.
Yes, you're right. And I mean, does the dog want to wear shoes? I don't know.
Yes, they walk and they pick their legs up as high as they can go.
Well, these are high-end shoes with the Tempur-Pedic memory foam.
Memory foam, and yes.
People are spending.
From Dr. Scholl to Dr. Wolf, I think that could be a whole new line.
Now, you don't get your pet birthday cards or anything? You're not crazy like that.
No. But people think, I don't know why, people think that's what I would be doing, but not really. No, Delia's very normal, and I think she wouldn't approve of that kind of frivolity. She might be secretly British.
There you go. Clyde Pierce joining us now. You working on anything on TV we should be watching or looking for here?
Well, the good news is that everybody's watching pretty much what I'm doing right now. I mean, the Design to Sell series has been a great success, and last week we went 5 nights a week, which has been amazing. It's also rather fascinating trying to make enough shows, by the way, to get them out on time. So I go to Chicago and Washington every month, and we're doing so many programs. It comes out about 78 shows per year.
Oh my God!
Wow. So we are the HGTV sausage factory, making as many shows as we can.
You joined HGTV right on the cusp of it going from a very obtuse channel to obtuse is not the word that I'm looking for.
I used to call it the wallpaper channel.
Yeah, the wallpaper channel, but it's really now.
I think it was very informative and people loved it, but the addition of so much entertainment infotainment has made it very watchable.
Yes, I'm a big fan. I would watch it 24/7 if they would let me around here. And actually, I drug Hal into watching Design Star, and he got hooked on it.
A lot of celebrities watch HGTV as well, by the way.
Like who? What are you finding out?
A little snippet during the airing of Design Star. We heard that The Office was FedExing episodes that were airing to Sarah Jessica Parker in Ireland because she had to go traveling and she couldn't stand to miss it.
She's got good taste.
She has excellent taste.
Yes, she does. Now, if you're ever looking to do anything in any other small cities and stuff, you're always welcome here in Kanab.
Oh, I don't. You know what? There's not a chance for this studio.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Well, I've been going through Lisa Laporta's handbag recently. Who hasn't? And anything left over from the Design to Sell budgets, I've been stealing. So I'll probably have a little extra. By the way, for those who do not get to be on Design to Sell, I should mention there's a fabulous book that recently came out.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It's Design to Sell the book. And it's available at Amazon, and it's a wonderful book, whether you're staying or selling, whether you're dwelling or selling. It's written in a very fun way. And there's a great page of Lisa Laporta on a ladder on page 26, which is a very interesting moment in our photographic career. But it's a good book, so it's worth a look at.
Oh, good, because I've learned a lot of things just by watching the show. I've learned a lot of tips, and I got my poor husband doing all these, on a honey-do list of all these things I want to update.
Poor guy.
Because I'm going to do it while I live here. I'm not going to do it.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm going to do it now.
At least you're training him.
Very good. Clyde Pierce joining us. I want to encourage those that have a chance to check out Schnuffy.
Schnuffy.com.
Schnuffy.com. It's spelled SCHNUFFIE.com. And remember, everything you've heard on today's show, links at animalradio.com. Clive, thanks so much for joining us.
And I say ClivePierce.com.
Oh, yes.
There really is one. I'm not just saying it because everything's .com, but thank you.com.
What are we going to find there? Are we going to find lots of pictures?
All sorts of goodies. You'll go and log on and have fun.
The entire staff is already... Hey, listen, guys, the show's not even over yet. Come on, jeez. Clyde Pierce joining us on Animal Radio. Oh, yeah, your year-end Best of Animal Radio special continues after this.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more about today's guest at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more. Preventing pain, fear, and suffering of animals through nationwide education and awareness from all across the globe. This is Animal Radio.
And our year-end Best of Animal Radio special is brought to you by Pet Solution RX, a revolutionary 100% natural first aid treatment for pets. Pet Solution RX is the miracle water that heals everything from hot spots to insect bites. Available at local pet stores or visit www.earthsbalance.com.
Animal Radio is also brought to you by the American Anti-Vivisection Society. Your common everyday purchases can make a difference for the animals. Get your free compassionate shopping guide by calling the American Anti-Vivisection Society at 1-800-SAY-AAVS.
Turn my mic on. Can we turn my mic on? Thank you. I'm sorry. Just every Saturday about this time, if you could do that. Thank you. Listen, throughout the last year, you had so many celebrities on, and it's loyal listener fans that really appreciate this. Hi, who's this?
Hi, Hal. This is Rita from Santa Maria.
Hi, Rita. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Very well. Always a beautiful day in Santa Maria, I gotta tell you that.
I'll bet. It's wonderful. It's tough living in paradise.
It must be. You know a lot about Animal Radio. Are you ready for the Animal Radio Loyal Listener Giveaway?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Okay, we put together a great big package for you, and every question that you answer right, we'll add a prize. And the prizes get, I guess they get more valuable with the questions. Is that correct, Judy?
As they go on, yes, they do.
All of these questions are about celebrities that have been on Animal Radio. They've all made a statement. And we're going to ask you to see if you remember them, okay?
Oh, I hope.
First one is Leslie Nielsen. Of course, she was in Airplane, the gray-haired actor. Are you familiar with him?
Gun.
Now, Leslie Nielsen told us when he travels, there's one particular item that he never forgets to take with him. He always travels with. Do you remember what that was?
Yeah, I do, because it cracked me up. I was so surprised. He seems like such a sophisticated actor, but he played jokes on people, and it surprised me. It's a whoopee cushion.
That is absolutely correct. Here's what he said.
Now, did you take your whoopee cushion with you?
Of course. I never travel anywhere alone.
Well, now, you bring a whoopee cushion wherever you go. I don't admit that I do that.
You don't admit it?
Well, no, because it's for my, it's...
But you do?
Yes.
You're running around keeping it a secret, so you're establishing cover? Is that what you're doing?
Apparently not anymore.
I just blew his cover.
Yes.
I think yours, too.
The thing is, it's amazing because it does. And I have one right here, sitting right here in front of me. Just hold on for... Do you hear that?
Oh, yes.
And I sometimes will take it up and work with it, but it's amazing. It duplicates every sound of the human body, and
that's a good thing.
And it's very difficult to use it and do it in good taste.
There you go. We've actually started this giveaway on a high note, I believe, there with Leslie Nielsen.
That's hilarious.
I know, it makes me laugh.
For that, Pet Lane Doggy Chew Toys, which you can...
Yeah.
You have it? I'm going to hold it up to the microphone here so that you can see the chew toy.
It's a little fleece toy that they can chew on and roll around and play with.
But get this, the prizes, they get better as we work up. We'll end with a...
Did the questions get tougher?
Yeah, well, I'm not actually sure that they do get tougher. I actually think they get simpler. That's how we work our contests here in Animal
great.
The next one is Ed Asner. Ed Asner, of course, being one of the first celebrities on Animal Radio. He said...
On my death, if I should be fortunate enough to be invited to go to heaven, and I would get there, and I would find that they didn't have cats and dogs there, I would say thanks, but no thanks.
I believe we asked him if he was a cat person or a dog person.
Yes.
He said this.
But you still admit to being more of a cat person, correct?
No.
No?
Oh, no.
You're a dog person.
I'm
You're an animal person.
You can call me kind of a whore. I'll play any number.
Okay, there you go. Ed Asner, the one thing that he did on our show, he made a big announcement on our show.
Before it was even heard elsewhere, yes.
Rita, do you remember what that announcement was?
Let's see. Do you have any hints for me?
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with animals.
Oh, that's good. Oh, let me see. His TV show was canceled.
That is correct.
Oh, good.
Center of the Universe was his last show. Here's what he said about that.
Center of the Universe has been canceled.
No.
You heard it here first, folks.
Did we really hear it here first?
Yeah.
Now, why would they cancel such a good show?
Because they're stupid.
They are. They're very I don't... Oh, who do I write to? Who do I complain to?
We're going to make a few phone calls for you, Ed. Right?
CBS, get on the phone right now.
That, Rita, earns you Latka's Treats Natural Dog Biscuits. These are awesome treats. You can tell the prices are actually we're increasing in value now. We move on to Betty White. You remember the Golden Girl? Are you familiar with her?
Yes. I've been around a long time. Yeah, I remember her.
You sound young. You sound young. Okay.
It's good nutrition.
Good nutrition.
The fresh air up there.
The fresh air, that's right.
We asked her if she was a cat person or a dog person. Do you remember what she said, Rita?
You know, she's always been involved with animals. I see her everywhere with animals, and I To me, she looks like a cat because her hair is so white and fluffy. But I know she loves, I think she's a cat person.
Okay, well, here's what she said. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Oh, I'm anything with a leg on each corner. I don't care what it is.
And you know what? I think that with that answer there, I think we should give you that one there.
Yeah.
Because your first initial answer is that she's an animal person all around. So we're going to go ahead and give that one to you there.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And
so she never committed, huh?
No, she never did. Anything with 4 legs on each corner.
Yeah.
For that, Thermal Aid Moist Therapy and Treatment Pack. Is that for your animals? This is really cool. It's for your animals if they're...
for human and animal. If your animal's recuperating or a little older with arthritis, you can put it on.
I don't think we're winning Rita over with
No,
these.
yes, you do. I have an 8-year-old dog, and we're, it might come in handy.
Okay, just hold on to it, or you can re-gift it.
That's a good idea.
If need be. Now, here's a person that you probably don't know, Rita. Her name is Nancy Cartwright. Do you know who she is?
Actually, I do because my son went to a lecture where she spoke, and he told us all about it.
Really?
So I would not have known, though, if my son hadn't told me.
The voice of Bart Simpson.
Yes.
She actually went in and applied for the job of Lisa Simpson. They gave her the job of Bart Simpson. What a gig that is.
Yeah.
She has a ranch full of animals. We asked her about her favorite animal, and she said her favorite animal was a fiberglass cow. That she put on her ranch there. What was the name that she gave the fiberglass cow? Do you know?
I remember my association is a candy bar, so Milky Way. Milk Dud.
Very good.
Ooh, yay.
Here's what she said.
I guess my prize pet probably would be my life-size fiberglass Holstein cow. Named Milk Dud.
Milk Dud?
Yeah.
You said fiberglass, right?
She's fiberglass. She's fiberglass, but you know what? She's, like I said, Milk Dud. She doesn't actually give milk, unfortunately. But
that's the name.
Well, I had to do it because of the Don't Have a Cow man, because I decided I should have a cow.
Dick Van Patten was on just a few days ago, in fact. And he has a brand new line of food called the Eatables. He's actually been traveling the country eating the food.
I had asked him what kind of wine goes with the Chinese takeout, because I was going to taste some of that myself, and I wanted to know, what was the best wine to go with it.
I can't even imagine eating edible dog food. I mean, that's so bizarre. But, I'd have to go with a rosé or a bubbly just to settle my stomach.
Or a bubbly. Oh, very good. Well, here's what...
champagne. How about champagne?
That, too. Here's what Dick Van Patten said.
Now, my question is, what wine goes with the Chinese takeout? Is it white wine or red wine?
No, we like the white wine with the Chinese
the white wine.
takeout. But with the Irish stew, the red wine.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, you didn't get that one there, but I'll tell you what. We're going to give it to you. We're going to send you a case of Dick Van Patten Eatables for your dog.
We're going to let you Judy, thanks.
We're going to let you try it yourself.
Yeah, you can see what wine goes with it.
I tasted it, and it actually tastes pretty good.
You did? Oh, my God.
For the first time.
On air, we did this.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
This is 10 minutes of your life you'll never get back. Rita calling from Santa Maria. She is playing the Animal Radio Loyal Listener giveaway. She's on her final question for the big prize here. The big prize worth about $150, and it's for your dog. We're assuming you have a dog, right?
Yes, I do. I have a little Shih Tzu that's about 8 years old. Cute as a button.
Beautiful. Okay. What's her name?
Tucker. It's a boy.
Bob Barker. You know who he is?
Yes.
Is there anyone that doesn't know? Yeah, Price is Right. He actually started The Price is Right in 1972, hosting that. Has had that gig ever since. Is that correct, Judy?
Yes, he has.
Can you imagine holding a gig that long?
It's probably before you were born.
Well, close, but okay. Here's the deal. He said, I said to him, when you and Dick Clark, you never age. You look young. There's got to be a secret. What is your secret? He apparently tells his audience these secrets too. This is what he said.
They asked me what I think is the secret to fight off aging. And I tell them that I think that it is nutrition, exercise, and...
Nutrition, exercise, and Rita, what is the key to being youthful and staying young?
Well, I'll never forget this because I totally agree with them. It's alcohol.
Yay!
Oh, there you go.
I get rousing applause for that. Not from people who are going to exercise or be concerned about nutrition, but it's just that there are drunks there who are happy about the idea.
Booze, that is the correct answer. And for that, I love it. With the music in the background, I actually sound like a game show host. The Kong Time Doggy Daycare in a Box. This is an awesome little thing. You know what Kongs are? Little toys that you fill with treats for your dog. This automatically dispenses one all throughout the day. So while you're off at work, you can actually, they call it Doggy Daycare in a Box.
Right.
Actually give your dog something to do.
Thank you. That was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's a loyal listener right there.
She did very well.
She did. It's our year-end Best of Animal radio show, coming to you live from our palatial studios in lovely Kanab, Utah, 3 miles south of the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. Now, coming up next, one of my favorite animals of the entire year, Fred, the undercover kitty.
Ooh.
Right here on Animal Radio.
Animal Radio is brought to you by Perfect Fence, the first freestanding Houdini-proof outdoor cat enclosure. Now your cats can enjoy all the benefits of the great outdoors without you worrying about their safety. Visit PerfectFence.com. That's P-U-R-R, fectfence.com.
Happy birthday!
This is such a cool party. Did you see the cake?
I did. Shaped like a doggy bone. So cute. How old is the birthday boy in people years?
28.
Oh, time flies. I remember when he tinkled on his first fire hydrant.
He'll always be my little puppy. There's a place for you and your party animal. PetStyle.com. PetStyle is America's first lifestyle broadband network dedicated to dog and cat lovers like you. At PetStyle, we understand your unique relationship with your pet, so we offer 1,000 ways to make it better. PetStyle.com is a video-based online network that's always there for you, with original programming, fun amateur videos, training and travel tips, health and wellness, and more. PetStyle is information and entertainment designed with your lifestyle in mind. It's the place to be for you and your party animal. PetStyle.com. Log on and tune in today.
Well, you've heard us talking about Get Serious, the pet stain odor and pheromone extractor for several months now, and how easily it removes carpet stains left from cat vomit. Now I want to talk to you about a problem dog owners face. It's called remarking. If your dog remarks, you might have thought about banishing him from the house, or worse, taking him to the shelter. You use other cleaners, but your dog keeps going back to the same spot. Don't blame your pet because you used a product that didn't get the job done. End the problem with Get Serious. The pheromones, they're something you can't smell. They draw them back to the same spot. Get Serious is the only product that totally extracts the pheromones so your pets won't be attracted back to remark. Get Serious is recommended by rescue groups and veterinarians, and Get Serious keeps pets in homes and out of shelters. You can find Get Serious at PetSmart and in fine pet stores all over. Visit their website at GetSeriousProducts.com. Again, that's GetSeriousProducts.com.
Now, any cat can be happy and safe outdoors. Perfect Fence is the first complete freestanding backyard fence enclosure for cats. Now, your cats can enjoy all the benefits of the great outdoors without you worrying about their safety. Perfect Fence is affordable, easy to install, and best of all, virtually invisible. Find out why thousands of cat owners described Perfect Fence as life-changing. Visit PerfectFence.com. That's P-U-R-R, fectfence.com.
Preventing pain, fear, and suffering of animals through nationwide education and awareness from all across the globe. This is Animal Radio.
And this is Animal Radio's Best of Year-End Special, brought to you by Spay Day USA. Do it for love. Spay or neuter your pet for Spay Day USA on February 27th. It's good for you, your pet, and your community. Visit www.SpayDayUSA.com to find out more. Okay, Fred the Undercover Kitty. Get the Dragnet theme. Now, Judy, get this. Can you imagine going to the veterinarian for some common procedure and the veterinarian botches it all up, and then you find out the veterinarian isn't even a veterinarian, doesn't even have a license?
Oh, that's not a good thing.
Well, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Do-do-do-do-do.
He came from the streets of Brooklyn, a cool customer on 4 legs, the perfect bait for a sting on a fake veterinarian. Carol Moran, Deputy District Attorney in Brooklyn. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, tell us the whole story the way you see it.
Well, it was a bad situation.
Okay.
Our defendant had pretended to be a vet for several years, and in addition to just doing general grooming and babysitting of people's pets, he graduated to really what was a horrible next step. He began to do invasive surgery.
Oh, no.
Ooh. And no license.
No license, no training, no vet tech license, nothing.
Oh, no.
Nothing. He had worked at some point in the past in a veterinarian's office, but wasn't licensed even to do that. And certainly he was not a veterinarian.
So you decided to set up a sting.
Well, we learned about this because he had done abdominal surgery, major abdominal surgery on a Boston Terrier named Bert.
Oh.
Because he thought Bert had some internal troubles, and his answer was to slice him open.
Oh, no.
So it was a horrible betrayal of that relationship with Bert's owner, Mr. Reed, who really thought he was handing over his beloved pet to somebody who would take care of him, not who would injure him further.
I have to ask, how is Bert?
Bert is fortunately fine.
Okay, good.
After the defendant returned him bloodied and, he'd sewed him up, but it was a bad stitch job, and it had been a very deep cut and about 6 inches long. Bert's owner took him to a real vet, and the real vet then confirmed that the defendant in our case was not a trained vet based on what she saw in her conversations with him, and Mr. Reed came to the Brooklyn District Attorney's office where Joe Hines is the district attorney.
And what did Joe say?
And Joe said, we usually do undercover operations with gangs, with drugs, but this is a really horrible thing. This man, who knows who else he's preyed upon, we have to figure out a way to catch him. But the catch was he doesn't have an office. He has a cell phone, so there's no way to track him down.
That should be your first sign, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. And you know what? There's usually in most states, there is either through the Department of Education or usually there's a website that will allow consumers to confirm that their veterinarian is in fact licensed. In almost every state, there's a licensing provision. In New York, it's through the Education Department, but everybody will have it, where you can call in or go online to confirm that your provider is actually licensed.
Okay, so you had to catch this guy. You had to set up a sting.
Right. So we arranged for an undercover apartment. We wired it for video and sound. We had our obviously very experienced undercover detectives, but we needed an animal to lure this veterinarian, this fake veterinarian, into our clutches.
An undercover kitty is what you're talking about, is that correct?
Well, we certainly didn't want to find an animal that needed medical treatment and withhold treatment from him. So we looked around, and Fred was in foster care with us from New York City's Animal Care and Control. He was been very, very sick. And as a result, he hadn't been neutered yet. Okay. So Fred's nearly 9 months old. Normally, you should neuter your animal by then.
Right.
But because he couldn't breathe, we were afraid that the undergoing anesthesia would kill him.
Okay.
So we didn't neuter him, and as we were seeking an animal that needed some kind of surgical care to use to be able to draw this veterinarian in, we thought, aha.
Let's get Fred neutered.
We don't like to say that in front of him.
Okay, I understand.
Fred was a willing participant.
Fred was a very willing participant. He's very social. He's very friendly. He's very gregarious. I think because he'd been so sick, he really has a strong bond with people.
Okay.
Because we sort of had to nurse him back to health. And so we brought him over to the undercover apartment. The undercover officer was experienced not only with a variety of criminals' handguns, but also with cats, so he bonded to her quite well. They placed a phone call to the fake veterinarian, and there he was, shortly thereafter, showing up at the apartment.
Ready to do the surgery.
Ready to do the surgery. Put one hand out for the cash, put the other hand out for the cat. Took the cat in the carrying case, put the cash in his pocket, walked out the door, and Joe Hines' detectives were waiting for him at the bottom of the stairs.
I'm assuming Fred has a permanent position now. He has a job?
I think so. Fred's ready. He's been traveling around. He has his little shield, and he's ready to go on his
next
He does have a little
badge, right?
He does have a little badge. He does have a little badge. He's going to have a little surprise tomorrow because he's actually getting neutered for real by a real veterinarian. So he'll be a new man next week.
Very, very good. We appreciate all that you're doing for the animals.
Thank you, and thanks for covering this. It's a great story, and I encourage people to do both. it's wonderful to be able to foster him and his brother. They would have been euthanized just because they needed a little extra care, more than the local shelter could give them.
Yes.
But Animal Care and Control here in New York City has a program where they'll reach out for foster families to give them that little extra care, and it's worked out well. Fred has gone on to, they saved his life, and he's now gone on to allow us to continue this investigation and find other people that this man has preyed upon.
What's going to happen to this vet guy? Is he going to be behind bars or doing community service?
Well, it depends on how many. The investigation's ongoing. We have this surgery that he did on Bert, but apparently there are other people that are calling into us.
And it's not true that one of the punishments will be to actually neuter him.
I have no comment about that at the moment. At least that's not something available under the statute as it stands.
Okay. Carol Moran, Deputy District Attorney from Brooklyn, we appreciate you spending time with us today.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's all we have time for this hour. Remember, there's lots more at animalradio.com. Remember, if you get a pet this week, spay or neuter.
And don't declaw.
And never buy from a breeder. We'll see you next week right here for more Animal Radio. Have a great New Year.
This is Animal Radio Network.